I need to pull that Otani so I can do every set except the Dodgers.
When you're ranked in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the USC Trojans. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So USC's offense will have first crack at this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. They're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
And the Trojans are on the move. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease here.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are to get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing your end zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his big tight end.
It's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he's going to have a lot of space to run with that catch.
Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like he is the bell cap.
And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USC.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Maryland's offense has the ball for the first time.
No mental mistakes out there, offense! Let's keep those sticks moving! Let's get juice!
Hold and fire complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Terrapins moving quickly to the line. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this playing your old squad. Like it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. To the air on 2nd down. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
Love the quick decision making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting the score.
You love the decision making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got him. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Brings it to the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
And the Trojans are marching down the field. Tight end now in motion. The lone back's got it. It's the tackle. Good solid pick up there now. They can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. One little time, that's it goes. Firing to the right, complete. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They want to throw it. Looking to get in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the point after is good. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the gun, they'll try the middle. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. Going to swing it on second down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out fast. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. The give to the tailback. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit when you got that kind of pedigree. You always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. On the move. Running at the 35. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
From the 30-yard line on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. They'll give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And with a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Swings it out to the flat. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pulls it in. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, and made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
A And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll start this drive going to the air. On target. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Trojans in the hurry-up. Back to pass. Under fire. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's on target and complete. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line gets set, 1st down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Fires to the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To throw, he's working against the clock. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lipping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Touchdown, Trojans. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final seconds of the 1st half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic.
Get out of here with a W, offense.
Hands it off. Shot down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A 1st half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling here out to the 35.
And as start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Quickly to the target. Oh, he's got some space. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Well, you're making a positive out of it. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. He'll do it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You're going to stop the run game. You better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Roars that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
End this job with 6 go.
He'll complete to open the drive. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry up.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally with the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain, no first down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing, they're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Running downfield.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Houston is just getting blown off the field right now in H-Town, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to Utah. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Interception is just what this defense needed. They'll try to take it back. Smashes ahead. And he is taken over. Touchdown, Maryland!
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll start the return inside the spot. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Slings it downfield. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Fights off the defender. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They'll ride the hot hand.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on. Good sign for the offense.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! They extend this fourth-quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll run the upfield and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They're throwing short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but they can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Oh, they're after him. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great example of the defense there, tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
They'll leave it with him. There he goes. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Fires to the right. It's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll ride him out of bounds. That's the good pickup spotted at the 28.
too.
Finding open area. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And the Terrapins pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Looking to fire. There's some pressure. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working. Using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Hits the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Terrapins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, he'll throw. Lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cochran. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Rifles it down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And they found the big fella again. And they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Trojans come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball on the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to.
4th down, and he's still going. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. And still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's got an open man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. They push push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.